Investing won't give you money. Truth be said. For so long, people heard these phrases that, oh, people in investment, people in finance make big money, they're super wealthy because of investing and all of that. But history just tells a different story. Let's backtrack a little bit and talk about how investment came to be what it is today. If we go back centuries ago, when the idea of investing came to be, the idea will be that you get your resources today and you give in the hands of someone else. That person would use those resources to leverage their business or their idea and generate something in return and be able to come back to you, say, hey, I generated what people call the return on investment. Of course, in the beginning, it was the idea of banks giving these monies to other companies around, for example, railroad companies, or for example, technology companies. So this idea that money generates money was there since day one. And the idea is the more resources you hold and that you give away to this other person, the more you expect in return. It's the basic idea that we expect a specific percentage back in ROI. And of course, more money in, more money out. Creating this rule of money generates money. The brutal math of all of this is that if, for example, if today you're trying to invest $1,000 into, let's say, the index S&P 500. Let's suppose you invest $1,000, right? This S&P 500 will generate you at the end of the year, based on historical data, from 8% to 10% yearly interest. So if you're very optimistic, at the end of the year, you're going to be getting $100 off of these initial $1,000. If we increase this amount of money to, for example, $100,000 or even $1 million, we start seeing some more significant earnings. And from this effect, it's very easy to see that only the resource that person puts in will be able to generate great money in the future. One of the biggest mistakes that small investors make after apporting their first, for example, $100, is that they think that one day, and it's going to be very soon, they will be able to replace their jobs with investment. But again, as I said in the beginning, money drives money. Money, big resources, drive big ROI. So one thing that small investors have to understand is that the much that they apport in the beginning of their investments is the much that they will get at the end. The beauty about this is that big companies today and big ideas were able to be created and developed because of this form of business. But at the end of the day, what drives the economy is real ideas generating value to their clients, whatever their client might be. So as a small investor, your job is very important on your investment decisions, because that job is generating actual value. And that value, that resource, you're putting it in the economy once again, in the form of investing in different companies. Thank you so much for this video, and subscribe, and see you in the next one.